We will see in this tutorial how to process the outline in Shaperwave Dynamics. We load a board. When we load a board by default, its hydrodynamic scan is integrated. In the project tree, at the top right, we see the pie chart, which indicates the presence of the hydrodynamic scan. We want to work on the outline, therefore on the shape. We will create a copy without scanning. So we see at the bottom the progress of the loading. And here is a board on which we will be able to work. We have three main ways to manage the outline. Either we use an outline from the library, where it's recorded the outlines that we created. When we create a nice outline, we save it, so we can apply it on any other board. Here we see how easy it is to insert an outline into a project. Here, for example, we take a hydroactive outline from the Foon brand, and we apply it. When we apply an outline, we don't change the distribution of the sections. We don't change the rocker, nor the possible custom tail. The modules that make up the board are independent. This is a particularity of Shaperwave Dynamics, which allows you to create boards simply by using the modules, outline, custom tail, rail, sections, and rockers. So here I imported a rather special outline. We are going to import another, more classic. A fish outline. You are going to tell me that this is not a fish outline, because there is no double pin tail. The outline of the fish is our fish. Before cutting the back, we will come to insert a custom tail of our choice to finish our fish. For example, I insert the fish outline here. I select a custom fish tail in my library. I drag and drop the tail in the project, and there, my fish will start to really look like a fish. In the Outline tab, we have our custom fish outline, and a custom tail for the double pin tail. If I remove the tail, in the project tree, I no longer have a tail. I go to my library, at the tails, I drag and drop my fish tail, and we look down, and we see the custom tail added. So we can quickly draw an outline using the saved modules in our library. This is the easiest way to generate an outline in this software. But of course, this is not enough. The outlines of our library must be able to be modified and drawn. We will now see how to draw an outline. So, if we don't import the outline, we can work directly on it. We delete the one we imported. We hide the fins. We switch to top view. The software has a quick configurator, using 9 parameters to generate a shape, just by moving sliders or entering values. So we have a width value that varies the width at the bottom right. We see in the small diagram what it will look like. So we adjust the width, we release the cursor, and this updates the 3D volume of the board. We modify the position of the camber. This serves to position the wide point, more or less advanced. The camber parameter, which gives the radius of curvature of the outline, which is strongly linked to width. Here we have the tail width, which we can vary. You can round the tail to give camber. This configurator allows you to create very different shapes. We can make shapes more or less pointed. So here's the quick outline builder, which allows us to generate outlines with a series of sliders. But sometimes that's not enough. And above all, if you want to rely on a model, you will have to use the custom outline. So here, at the bottom, in the Shape tab, we can add a custom outline to our project. I press Add Custom Outline. This loads the outline editor interface, which allows you to draw the outline with precision, point by point. The outline editor interface has several tools. We can globally enlarge the set. We can smooth the points to have a shape without irregularities. We can equalize the distances between points. We can move the points. The lateral movement of the points is limited by the enclosing points. This avoids intersecting contours. We can follow the lines of a pattern. The mouse wheel allows to zoom. If we want to copy a model point by point, this can take a lot of time. So of course there are tools that are a little faster. So just select a point with a left click, and another point with a right click. And that selects a range of points. We can then open the Guideline tool. The Guideline tool is a flexible rule. We all have in the workshop a flexible ruler to draw curves. So here, it is the ruler of the workshop, which we use to draw curves. We can take it by the end, stretch it, bring it to a point, bring it back to the other side, manipulate it, so like a flexible ruler, we will be able to draw our outline like this. We apply and we can come and draw in several parts our outline. We can modify the stiffness of the ruler by the degree of flexibility. Degree 3, it is a ruler that is quite flexible, but which nevertheless retains a certain cohesion between the points. Degrees 4 is a ruler that can bend a lot more. This can be interesting for certain areas. Degree 2, it is very tense. And degree 1, it is a straight rule. Here, I apply. We are going to do the back. I use my ruler like that. I can reduce the number of control points. I put 4. We are not going to ask the ruler to make parts that are too angular. Apply it. And then, I leave it like that. When we have finished drawing, we apply the symmetry, and we close the outline guide. There may be small irregularities between two lines. Here our outline looks a bit like Mr. Potato Head. We are therefore going to use the smoothing functions. and our outline will become smoother and cleaner. Our model is a little more square behind, we correct. And when we are done, we apply our outline to our project. This is how we load the outline into our 3D model. We see that the outline is a bit wider than the image. So I reduce the outline a little bit in the editor. And so I apply the outline. We could do better anyway. I'll rework the front a little bit. Here something is wrong. We will correct. It's just an example here, so we showed the outline editor. To draw a custom outline from a template, the template, whose image is visible in the outline editor, is the image to be applied to the underside. So you have to choose the bottom image to serve as a model in the outline editor. I insert an image here. I open the outline editor. It is this image of the bottom, which appears. And here I will be able to start working on my outline. So we see here how to draw new outlines. So it is a tool, like all tools. You will have to take it in hand. So a little tip. If I have selected a range of points, and I left the line tool menu, here I find the possibility of displaying it. So we see that it is simple to create an outline from a model. So it's a tool that you have to take in hand. Once you understand how it works, it's fast and intuitive. At the front, we will zoom and place the points. We will smooth and see the result. To zoom, it's the central wheel. We will equalize the distances and smooth. We're going to thin it down a bit. And we're applying it to the project. Once we like our outline, I go to the project tree, and in my board, and I select the custom outline that I have just drawn. I will save. Save. So the outline saved in the library, at the level of the outlines. It is available as a module that can be integrated into another board. I can do a hybrid. So here, for example, I'm loading a shortboard. That is going to be interesting because this board has a custom tail. So I'm taking the outline that I have saved. I drag and drop the outline in my shortboard project. Here it is, so it makes a new board with a new outline. We kept the custom tail of the initial project, but I can remove it to find exactly the imported outline. So here we are, we learned in a few minutes how to create an infinity of outlines with Shaperwave Dynamics. We will see the custom tail in another tutorial.